I think you would be creating more if you stopped self-accepting the performance of yourself and started actually just self-accepting the acceptance of your actual vulnerable, real dealio, like, version of yourself that you really want to hide with the performance of yourself. Hi, I'm Felicia. Welcome back to another video. In these videos, I like to yap and get into why we don't create and kind of figure out how to keep creating, how to continue creating, how to show up when no one else shows up, how to show up when you don't know how to show up for yourself, and all that good stuff. And today, I want to talk about something that I feel like I just figured out, but I've probably always known, and that is that I think I stop creating, and I think we as creative beings stop creating when we start not accepting ourselves again. Like, I feel like it's constantly in a loop. I feel like I go through these phases where I'm like, oh my gosh, I feel so free. I feel free to be creative. I feel free to do this. I feel free to show up. This is so great. And then something happens. Either it's the end of a challenge, it's the end of a cycle. It's like something happens to where I almost feel like I don't have any context for that freedom anymore. And I start diminishing and I start judging myself and I start judging what I'm doing. And I lose full acceptance in just how I want to be. And then I stop creating, or I push through it and hate everything that I create, start hating myself. And it's because whenever you push through it and whenever you're doing all that, it's because you are performing that you are this person that you're not being, and you can't like get to the bottom of it, but you have to be consistent because online requires consistency, and you're just not letting yourself be someone who doesn't want to do something. And even though they're really passionate about it, and like that's completely okay and fine. And I've realized that the phases that I keep circling back to are phases that I feel like I have to perform in a way that is covering up something I feel shamed about. And it can be even as simple as like my messy house. Like, I didn't realize that that was partially stopping me, because in my head I just thought I should have like an immaculate house all the time and everyone would be judging me at all times. And if it was messy, I couldn't pull out my vlog camera and just start creating. And instead, I just started picking it up when it was really messy and cleaning a ton. That was kind of this week's video, was just resetting myself, resetting my house. And I do feel like I genuinely would like to be someone with better like cleanliness routines, better like reset routines, better stuff, but I'm not going to judge myself for where I am. My house isn't like a mess all the time or anything. I don't feel like it's as bad as I actually think that it is in my head. And as soon as I just accept that I have a house that I need to clean, I don't know, just filming it this week and putting it in a vlog and showing that like almost healed something, because it was like, oh yeah, like really doesn't matter. I wasn't just accepting a version of myself. And that's, even if, say, your clean house didn't have anything to do with your creativity or your content or anything, I think it has everything, because it's just your environment and it just like literally makes me feel good and want to create. But if you are doing something where it's like, well, my house doesn't need to be clean for my creative expression, like literally I'm always filming over here, or I'm always like, I'm painting, like it doesn't need to be clean, it's fine. I feel like the things that you're insecure about, no matter what it is what's showing through your work if you're not addressing it and not just fully accepting yourself. Like, I feel like non-self-acceptance shows loudly through your work, through yourself. And I feel like there are ways in which you can sort of knock that down and realize that you are trying to accept a performance of yourself. You're trying to accept the only version of yourself that's like 100% clean, or 100% like always has the perfect hair, always has the perfect outfit, always has X, Y, and Z, or always has energy. Like, honestly, this is one of my lower energy weeks of the month, and I was afraid, because I also go through this cycle where I get really excited about a new schedule a new routine, a new whatever, and then like week 2 I fall off, and this was week 2, and it just happened to be like also my monthly cycle, and I was just like, oh no, it's all gonna fall apart. And maybe this is why it always falls apart, because I like, that's just my rhythm. And then the second week happens, I don't stick to the things that I thought I was going to do. And then I, again, am not accepting the performance of, or I'm trying to accept the performance of myself. I'm not accepting the reality of myself. And then I am swirling into a shame spiral of, oh, I can't be consistent. I can't do this. I can't do that. And honestly, it's really just been accepting that I'm tired. Like, that maybe this exact video isn't going to be like 100% cohesive. Is any video ever 100% cohesive? What does that even mean? Does it even matter? Like, I can show up tired. I can show up low energy. I can show up messy. Like, literally all the things I think that I should feel shame about are just that. It's just me thinking I should feel shame about it. And I feel like with everyone, that's everything. It's just things that you think you should feel shame about. And the stories that actually capture us online are the stories of people sharing things that are crazy, that like, I want to hear more about this. And like, hopefully it's not like a traumatic story of anything. Those can be really, really interesting when they're shared correctly. And like, you know, I don't know, as long as it's always in that creator's hands, what they want to share and all that stuff. And I think it goes with, like, I always think about, well, I don't need to show this. I don't need to show the messy house. I don't need to do X, Y, and Z. I don't need, but I do think it still bleeds through content, is kind of the circle of what I was trying to say. Is whenever I did my 30-day challenge, back in April, I only filmed these. They were talking head videos, with my forest background that I don't have to clean the forest. And I just remember, like, there were days that the house felt chaotic, like everything felt crazy, but that was almost my like safe space to go and create a video every day. I didn't prep any of those videos. I literally created a single video every single day. So it was just an interesting dynamic. I'm sure even through that, even through the days that I did feel somewhat shameful about something in my life, that they probably bled through on those days, even though that's what I was specifically trying to work through in those 30 days of creating every single day. I also think it can get really trippy when you are really accepting of the performance of yourself. Anything that you create, I think, can be a performance of some kind. Like, and I don't even want to say that performance is bad, because it's like, oh, it is really fun to set the camera up in like a really cute angle and like do this thing. And I don't know if you are into wearing certain clothes, like certain cute dresses, and like walking around. I don't know, like if you just want things to be beautiful and want things to be pretty and you want the performance of something in your art, like, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. It's when that's the only version that you accept. It's like, I feel like there's a difference between creating beauty just intentionally and just because, and it's fun. Yeah, whatever. Makeup's fun. Outfits are fun. Decor is fun. Like, all that stuff, I really do think it adds to the beauty of life. And like, what else are we here to do but just add to the beauty? Like, there's not much else, I feel, in terms of like, if you accomplish all your goals, all you're going to be left with is like creating beauty around you every single day. So there's nothing wrong with the performance. It's when we are only accepting of the performance. It's like, if you only accepted yourself, if your house looked clean and immaculate and decorative, and you just didn't accept yourself when it wasn't. It's like, right now, this week, I'm filming a vlog where I'm going and like cleaning up my yard, because I've kind of let my yard go, and it'd just be like, I am feeling a little bit of guilt about that for this year, and to the point where I was like, oh, I'm just gonna like be better next year. Like, it's fine. And then I just had the thought, like, I could just be better right now. Like, why am I waiting? There's still so much left of summer and fall time to enjoy outside. So might as well just go ahead and clean it up now. Like, why put it off and just hope it all dies in the winter, is like what I'm telling myself right now. But besides the point, like, if I could only accept myself, if like everything was immaculate, like I would just feel like crap all the time, because nothing is going to always be immaculate. You can't just only accept the performance of yourself and the performance of your creativity and the performance of your life, or like how you think your life should be literally all the time. You have to just take a moment and be like, I'm tired, I'm messy, I let this go, and that's okay. I can still pick up my camera and create. And maybe whenever I get all of this stuff together and get my cleaning in, get my deep cleans in, get my yard looking good, maybe then something more creative, more beautiful, more fun happens. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe this is just the season of creating I'm in. Maybe, I don't know. Like, you know what I mean? It's just like, it doesn't really matter. What matters is noticing that there's a shame you feel about something, and that shame, or thinking that you should be a different way, is the exact thing stopping you from creating. The same could be said about like monetization and all these watch hours. Probably by this point, unless you're new here, hi, I'm trying to get those 4,000 watch hours before the end of the year. And I noticed that by giving myself that goal, I have now been creating a lot more and creating the way that I want to. And so it's really that I wanted the permission to create exactly how I wanted to this entire time. So it doesn't really, the 4,000 watch hours like don't really matter, but they're going to be fun to get. And like they do matter because I care about them, like I desire them, but they don't matter in the sense of like they are there to give myself permission to create the way I want. And I know that, but my brain still needs the context and my brain still needs the reason. So I just have to keep giving myself reasons. After the 4,000 watch hours, it's going to be like the long-term goal truly is to just create as much as I want and as freely as I want. And that should be how anyone approaches creating, I feel. So that's like the end goal. And that could just be forever. But in my little human experience and like the goals and the seasons and the like, I want to hit this, I want to hit that, I need these little mini goals that like just are going to end up equaling the big goal of just creating as freely as I want, as much as I want to, and connecting. And so my mini goal right now is it's like the next level of the video game, to hit the 4,000 watch hours. Who knows what it'll be after that? I'll figure it out. Whenever I hit my 1,000 subscribers, I feel like that was like the end of the goal. And I was like, oh, what do I wish for now? I got it, So like, it's just, it's not the goal itself. The goal is giving you context to get to the next level of the video game. And I think another antidote that's coming to mind, and I don't know why this makes sense, but maybe it's just my tired brain today, and I'm just accepting that this chat might be a little all over the place. A lot of my chats are, but I can't feel shameful about that or feel like I can only accept the performance of myself when everything's all put together. So I'm just going to share what's coming to mind right now. I saw a hummingbird get caught in a spider's web on its, like right in front of the hummingbird feeder that I had just put up literally yesterday. I put it up and I actually got some really cool shots of some hummingbirds. I'll put those up just briefly. I'll probably share them somewhere else. But anyway, this morning I was having coffee and I look over and this hummingbird is just caught in a spider's web right in front of the feeder. And I was like, oh no. There was a second I thought it was not alive just because it was so still. And I was like, how long has that been here? And then I realized it had just happened. And it flew away, it got out, and I took the rest of the spider web down so that wouldn't happen. But it got me thinking that, like, the hummingbird wants the nectar, right? We want our goals. And the spider web was literally a trap right before getting the goal. And there was nothing wrong with the nectar. There was nothing wrong with the hummingbird feeder. There was nothing wrong with the hummingbird and its path. It just didn't see this, like, crazy trap that you can't see. Like, it's hard to see spider webs, obviously. And it just didn't make it. Just didn't quite make it. And that's okay. I hope that it tried again later. I hope that it cleaned itself up, and it wasn't just like, okay, that nectar's bad, that nectar's out to get me. That's a bad desire to have. It's bad to desire the nectar because I got trapped right before I got it. I feel like we can do this. Like, I definitely can see myself in the past doing this with, like, as soon as I feel disappointment about anything when it comes to creativity, I'm like, oh, then that wasn't it. It wasn't my desire then. Like, that wasn't true. It's like, this or something better. I guess it's going to be something better. I don't even want that anyway. Like, as soon as I feel disappointment, I just want to be like, nope, don't want that. It's fine. And it's just to avoid the feeling of like, oh, did I feel trapped by this desire because I couldn't get the desire right when I wanted it. It doesn't mean the desire's bad. It could have just been a trap placed by another little being. Like, I know that's all vague, but like, genuinely it could be that, like, you just need to go a different way. I did see hummingbirds come a little later, and one did keep coming, like, into the porch and the other way. So I'm like, maybe it got caught earlier and was, like, scared to come from that angle. I don't know. You learn to go a different way. The nectar's not bad to want. The nectar's not bad to have. The desire is not bad to have just because you couldn't get it the first time you wanted it. And yeah. That's my top for this week. I know. It was a little random. And for that, you're welcome. But I will see you guys in the next video, which I believe will be the garden cleanup, yard cleanup. It's not really gardening. It's like we are weeding my entire yard and mowing and cleaning up all the things that I have sort of left to the wayside this summer, so that I can enjoy the rest of summer and fall. So I hope you enjoy that, and I will see you guys in the next video. Have a great one. Bye, guys.